Hello, I'm Samuel Sandweiss, and I'd like to present a series of posts in which I describe most extraordinary information and material that I think has great meaning for both you and me. I describe the case of a young Caucasian Christian woman who had no connection to Sanskrit or India, who after 6 years of psychiatric support for a severe pain and seizure disorder began to spontaneously speak Sanskrit-related languages about profound spiritual concepts from both Vedanta and Buddhism. I'd like to describe this case in detail because it shows a latent capacity in all of us to have expanded consciousness into vast regions of knowledge and wisdom beyond our life experience. It is compelling evidence that if we tune in, divinity guides us through our challenging lives. I'm also convinced that the messages are revelatory, that is, coming from a divine dimension to impart important guidance on a path to peace during these troubling times. For this first post in our series, I'd like to show how I began presenting this material at the annual scientific meeting of the May 2015 American Psychiatric Association. In 1983, when I was a somewhat seasoned psychiatrist, 17 years into my practice, I had a patient who I'd been treating for 6 years for a pain syndrome and seizure disorder thought to be psychogenic, who out of the blue began speaking Sanskrit. Now that's really extraordinary. I first didn't believe it. When I began seeing that it was real, I picked up a video camera and recorded 2 months of it. So you'll be seeing a lot of raw footage, and we made a documentary of it also. Because if you can show that the mind has the capacity to expand into a realm of knowledge and understanding and wisdom beyond our life experience, if you can show that, it's a groundbreaker in behavioral sciences. We don't accept that the mind has this capacity to access information beyond our life experience. This phenomena, xenoglossy, is where one can speak or write a foreign language without having learned it by natural means. And if it's accepted, it would mean that we have an extraordinary hidden capacity for the mind to expand and reach into levels that were generally not accepted in science. It would bring science and spirituality, I think, closer together. And what's been lacking has been good, strong, concrete evidence that you can actually measure. Because plenty of saints and mystics have talked about higher levels of consciousness and that they're able to have a higher level of knowing, a sense of interconnectivity, of bliss, of love, of these higher levels. But what's lacking is actually concrete evidence.